Okay, sweet. We're actually live. I might actually even turn on my webcam. Yeah, okay. Let's Okay, sweet. We're actually live. I might actually even turn on my webcam. Can you say some stuff for me, Biscuit? Yeah, okay. Let's Okay, sweet. We're actually live. I might actually even turn on my webcam. Can you say some stuff for me, Biscuit? Yeah, okay. Let's Okay, sweet. We're actually live. I might actually even turn on my webcam. Can you say some stuff for me, Biscuit? Yeah, okay. Let's Okay, sweet. We're actually live. Okay,
Might actually
so
even
I need
turn on
to
my
get
web.
out
Can
of
you
that
say some
because it's
stuff for me,
just
Biscuit?
yeah, okay.
Repeating.
I'm curious if you're actually coming through on the live stream. I'm not convinced that it's actually putting you through. So hang in there with us, folks. We're having a couple of technical difficulties, but we're going to get it going here in just a second. Okay, that should have fixed it. Give me some more feedback there. Give me a mic test.
Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3,
Okay,
testing. 1, 2,
sweet.
3. You got the mic? No, that. No.
Okay, cool.
I
I'm
cannot
getting some
check my
background
things.
speech, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Let me see.
So
I'm
what's up,
trying
everybody? Go ahead.
to adjust my input here. No worries.
Okay, cool. So this is actually just kind of spur of the moment. We've got a Neoswap party going right now, um, kind of as an artist feature to celebrate the Warrior Pigeon collection. Warrior Pigeons you can find at gamma.io. You can go there and still mint. They're still available, so you can go there and mint some if you'd like. The whole point behind the project is to emphasize the importance of values. So each series of NFTs that I've created for these various art projects are actually representative of a different value. The first one was the styled pigeons, a bunch of like male models with pigeon heads, which I thought was hilarious, but I really like them. And they represent self-respect and just giving a shit about yourself enough to dress really well and show up looking good for something. And then the second series is actually the Warrior Pigeons, which is kind of representative to me of the value of discipline and how important that is to life and to actually having a good life. So that's the real quick intro. We're basically just going to probably chat for a little while about AI and NFTs, since that's some of the things that we've been really diving hard into lately. Um, Biscuit, I've seen you on Twitter like crazy lately. Are you having a really good time now that you're joining crypto Twitter?
I am, yeah. So I was talking to my girlfriend actually recently about this same thing, and it's wild because I feel like I've jumped on social media several times to try to promote different things, anywhere from like meme accounts to like video games to like anything that I like really. I've tried on Instagram, I've tried Twitter a couple times before, Reddit, but nothing really just took off for me. And I never got engagement. Really was able to post enough content that I really liked to keep traction. But I feel like this time around, it kind of flows naturally. It's easy. I see so much stuff that I like, and I want other people to see that the engagement and the
Yeah.
interactions. It just flows.
Yeah, it's crazy how the spot at which we are diving in is so ripe to enjoy. Like when I when I first got into Bitcoin and whatnot, it was too long ago for it to be, I guess, significant enough to me because I had so much other stuff going on. Um,
Yeah.
but ooh, that bird gank.
Yeah, I was just checking that out a minute ago as well.
I like, I got to shout out to the birds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but now it's a totally different environment, and I'm watching it grow as well because I was in kind of like prior right now when it was like definitely hardcore bear market going on, and so nobody's really interacting with anything except for that like core group of people that was there. So we got to kind of grind it out with some people, and I really enjoyed that process. But now watching things kind of take off again, I'm liking that pretty good too. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot to
Yeah.
set a spending limit. Don't forget to set your spending limit when you come in here.
Yeah, usually set mine pretty low. I haven't actually done a spending limit over like 10 yet, I don't think, but I always end up I've gotten one that I want every single time. I would love to snag one of those Maradona posters. Those are great.
Which one is that? Is that like really elaborate?
The soccer player.
Oh yeah,
Is
yeah.
the,
So I don't know who that is. He's like a famous footballer.
yeah, that's Diego Maradona. He was like a legendary Argentina player. They did a like a like commemorative video for him last World Cup since Argentina made it to the finals and ended up winning.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
if you've never seen some Diego Maradona highlights, definitely go check it out because that man is a beast.
No, I believe it. I just, me, I don't really watch sports very often.
No, I got you. It's also hilarious because he gets made fun of a lot for some whack stuff that he does in his training routines, which now people merit that to obviously drugs, but back then people I guess weren't thinking drugs when he was
Right,
doing
right.
all this crazy stuff. But now when you
Oh,
look
that's
at it, you're
funny.
like, oh yeah, that guy was tripping.
Like, what was he doing? But it worked.
For real, yeah, it did. I'm seeing
That's why
I'm
people do
seeing
drugs.
seeing a Wasteland Apes and a Steady Lads in there. Let's go. I'm also really liking the Stacculants. I don't have one yet, but I would really like to grab one of those if I can soon.
Oh, dude. Here, let me see if I can edit my listings real quick. If you like those, I'll list another one. Eh, yeah, that one's actually pretty good.
I'm still waiting for one of my pending transactions to go. Right before we joined up on the live, I actually bought another Megapont Steady Lads MSA
Oh,
NFT.
okay,
I'm excited about that one. I'll
word.
be
So talk to me about NFTs. What like where's your access point? Like what's drawing you to NFTs?
I guess the connection of like usability, because before it was cool, you just get like something that's a collectible and then it can be worth a whole lot because it's rare, that's cool. And there's the base making money aspect for that. But when I started seeing usability for stuff with a lot of new video games, like my brother's been telling me about a lot of new video games. I know I tagged you in one recently, Crixvia.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love seeing games that are implementing NFTs to where like you can literally just get like an armor piece from a video game and export it as an NFT and then sell it to someone as an NFT. I think that's like the coolest thing ever, and I've been waiting for it to happen for like years upon years.
Yeah.
And even though it's still happening, it still hasn't like jumped that barrier of getting like a AAA game title to adopt it. And I think that we're getting really close with how much success I'm seeing some of these smaller developers have, and it's super exciting. And I mean, even for smaller stuff, like I'm getting involved in the Hasbulla NFT drop. If you know who Hasbulla is from Dagestan,
I don't yet.
he's really he's pretty cool. You might have seen him. He's a Russian guy. He's 20 years old, but he kind of looks like a toddler. No offense, but I mean,
Oh,
he's a 20
yeah.
yeah.
I
You've
have
definitely
seen
like you've
that.
probably
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
some videos.
Yeah,
So he's just
really.
released his own NFT collection, 10,000 unique NFTs of himself that are like animated little NFTs, and the entire 10,000 sold out within 10 minutes on
Holy crap.
OpenSea.
That's
It was
crazy.
the number one trending on OpenSea within a few hours, and it hit the number one top spot overall on OpenSea within 24 hours. I think they're closing in on 1,000 Ethereum total volume right now traded. But all that being said, they're going to use their NFTs as like a gateway. So the very first thing that happened was they created a Twitter like community spaces, and you can only get into the space if you hold one of his NFTs. And then immediately after they created the spaces, the actual officially verified Hasbulla page followed
Ethereum
everyone
total volume.
back that held one of his NFTs. And then they're also going to create a video game for Hasbulla, and you play as your NFT avatar. So they're just going to keep on pumping out content, and I know that the developer for the game is actually a really big developer. We just haven't actually heard who it is yet. But I think that once they have like something like that, a large platform come out, and people realize that they needed one of those NFTs to have access,
Yeah,
the floor price is going to like rocket up.
exactly. That's the transition that's happening. It's crazy to watch because you're exactly right. I've been saying this for a while is like all that gaming really needs to work with Web3 is for a AAA title to just do it and
Yeah, I mean, imagine
and
like
make it
Ubisoft,
work.
like
I mean, they're going to have to make
yeah,
it functional, but um, it's not going to take much on the like development side for them to actually do that because it's already so close to gaming. That's what's blowing my mind right now is I've been diving down this sort of web3 rabbit hole and it connects all of the things. Like my
yeah,
interest in virtual reality, my interest in artificial intelligence, my interest in art, my interest in like actual decentralization and all of that, right? Like the more not political stuff, but societal level stuff. All of that is somehow tied into Web3. And I don't understand how that happens.
yeah.
It's all connected. Um, Speaking of AI, you actually did your collection all with Midjourney and whatnot, right?
Yeah, that was a pretty quick collection I did actually. It only took me a couple days to get going. I kind of took me a couple days to produce the idea, and then the second half of the collection I really pumped out in a few hours. But I thought the combo of like just what's the word, anthropomorphic animals was like a
Yeah.
good collection to start off with.
Hey, well,
Just something simple, but it looks very clean.
I can't judge there. Like I definitely went the anthropomorphic route myself. And you actually did the smart thing. What's crazy is for some reason birds specifically, there's not a whole lot of stuff on the internet with anthropomorphic birds. So AI just has the hardest time. Here, if you have the live stream pulled up, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about without trying to give too much away here.
uh, Give me 1 second. Actually, I don't have the link. I will momentarily.
Okay. So you'll see this stuff coming up on the screen, but I'm using Midjourney to do a lot of art right now, and just as like I guess maybe a little bit of sneak peek if you're watching live, I have been working on some this stuff's all just playing around. Um, some like deities that are in pigeon form. Um, so that might be a thing in the future. Just a
Yeah, that's awesome.
little bit of alpha there. Um,
Some sculptures. My brother actually sent me a link to an image mixer recently. Did he send you that as well?
I don't know. What was it called?
Let me look on my phone here. I have the hyperlink saved.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just pull it up real quick. Um,
So it's called huggingface.co, I believe. Let me see
oh,
if I
I
can
think he.
get you the I'll get you the direct link actually and just send it to you on Discord. That'll be easy.
I've got Hugging Face Artificial Intelligence Company pulled up.
Okay, so you
Okay,
probably
yeah,
already
he
have.
he did send me this. I pulled it up on my mobile, but that wasn't really working. Um, so walk me through what this is. I've got it pulled up on stream right now.
So yeah, I mean it's super simple, honestly. So you can create your art with Midjourney, and you were saying there's not a lot of like pigeon art or anthropomorphic pigeon stuff. It's a little bit like you have to narrow down your parameters, I guess, the same way as Midjourney, and do some experimentation with what you're going to get. But you can essentially combine, I believe, up to four images, and then it will generate you a combination of all four images. And it's the same as Midjourney. If you use any of the old versions, you can set like the image strength so that it like pulls from one image more than another, and you can get a lot of like details that way.
Okay, interesting. Um, I'm seeing a bunch of googly garp on my screen. Uh, I'll have to play with
Let
this
me
later.
send
This
you.
is
Let me.
yeah. Send me the direct link and let's see if that helps. All right, we
Yeah,
got
let me
18
do that.
minutes left to bid, folks. If you're gonna bid, you better jump on it.
Okay, I should have just sent you that direct link on Discord, I believe.
Okay, let's see here. Boop. Maybe I should move this over here.
There it goes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's pull this up. Sweet.
And that should take you more directly to the actual mixer.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Interesting. So this is considered to be spaces. So on Hugging Face, they have multiple spaces. This must be like a just like a code hosting website, and then this image mixer is the thing. I see. That's what
Right.
I was
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to
Totally.
figure out. So
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to like just tell you the huggingface.co at first because I didn't think that that was the right thing. But yeah, totally. You're right.
okay, so let's see. Okay, so you can select it's an image, and then it'll just mix them up. Oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, like I said, it's definitely one of those
I
things where you
see.
have to kind of play and like get your images
Yeah,
exactly right. But I think with proper use, it could be extremely powerful for the same kind of thing that me and you were trying to do.
yeah. No,
Where you can't really
100%.
get something extremely specific with Midjourney, but you could definitely combine all the pictures you need with that and get
So
something very close.
I'll show you something else I was playing with. If you're still watching the live stream, I pulled
For
up
sure.
an old uh, photo of some doodles that I had done that look like that. And it's just like stuff that I was messing around with at work. I work at a pharmaceutical sales place, so I was a rep back then, and I was just calling people all day long. So I'd have this notepad and just do like random doodles and art and stuff. I did like some calligraphy type stuff, just working with pen or pencil, um, and got into drawing a little bit more heavily. But
Yeah.
now we have all these AI programs, so now I can put it into this, and it spits out these cool little doodle creatures inspired by my art.
Yeah, that's so cool. I've
Yeah,
wanted more people to do that, more artists that just like they don't have all of these like finished products. They're all like halfway finished drawings. And I'm like, you really could finish all of those easily by just like putting them all in Midjourney and getting like a very quick polished product of something that's just very simplified.
exactly. And then what you could do is, because I have some Photoshop skills as well, like I would cut this little guy out in Photoshop and maybe cut his hands off or something so that you don't see all this stuff. And I would make it regenerate it, right? So like keep refining that model down further and further, and you end up
Right.
coming up with like almost a character sheet. Um, and I think the cool thing about those character sheets is at some point you can actually pose the characters, right? So you can just set up a camera and take a picture of yourself doing like a particular pose, um, and then also combine that with whatever your character sheet is for that character, and put in a little bit more prompt and come out with like fully posed or composed pieces of art. And
Yeah.
I'm really excited about diving further and further.
I missed a little bit with that on Midjourney, the posing. I really liked how it worked. I was trying to get a picture of a goblin like crouching on a rock, and all I did was download a generic like stock image of some like yoga instructor like crouching on a rock, and then I gave it all of the descriptors, and it did exactly what you said. It put him in the same exact position as the yoga instructor, but it was an actual goblin on some like rock or whatever. It looked like a really nice little picture.
That's awesome.
Um, but it didn't look anything like a human. Like it was totally a goblin. But yeah, I was amazed that it pulled off of the exact same pose.
So I've messed around a little bit with some comic book pages.
Yeah,
Actually, but what I want to show before that is t-shirt ideas. I'm thinking about having like an NFT gated merch store that's just basically art on wearables. I want to do this so bad because I think uh, I know the stream's delayed. Hopefully, it's not too bad. But I really want to do like these kind of like low or sorry, pixel art style things. Like I want that for myself on a T-shirt. So I think I'm
yeah,
just gonna do like one of the one-off printable stores, and so other people can enjoy it as well. Because that's kind of what we've been doing lately, right? Is I just dive into whatever it is that I happen to be interested in, and then that becomes the key source of content for us. Whether it be Rocket League or virtual reality or something to do with Web3, it always comes back around to like, let's just create some cool stuff, and if people like it, awesome.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
I,
I've definitely been thinking about something along the same lines, like clothing wise, and trying to get like an NFT, even with just like a basic design on it. You were saying just like a pixelated image or anything like that. And I assume that you're talking about the same basic concept, but just having the NFT set at a base price, and then the first initial buyer gets the actual NFT plus the wearable with the art on the wearable.
okay, cool. And so, do you have like a centralized theme for your art right now, or is it um, specifically you're doing art?
I haven't really come up with a centralized theme. That's something that I've sort of been working on, although I like being open to like multiple, like all categories at the same time.
Hmm.
My first album that was the anthropomorphic animals was definitely just kind of a fling. I just wanted to, experience it all and get the process of minting an album down. And now that I'm comfortable with it, I'm kind of brainstorming more for the long run. I definitely think I'll come out with some more temporary, just quick projects while I'm working on something more long term. I've actually been spending a lot of my free time working on pixel art in general, and just trying to draw things raw myself. So I definitely want to do an album with like a base image, and then do a lot of variants of that base image, like you see in a whole lot of collections nowadays, like the popular ones, CryptoPunks, or any of the Monkey albums. The
Yeah,
Even like the Megapont, it's all the same base image with a bunch of variants. So I would like to do something extremely simple, nothing crazy, and then just do a bunch of variants. And I was talking to Purple as well about doing like maybe just like 100 variants, which wouldn't take that many assets to get that many options, and then doing maybe the first 10 free mints to people that are whitelisted based on interaction on Twitter, just to get people engaged and stuff like that. I think that would be awesome.
yeah, and
But that's one of my next big starter projects. But I'm loving the pixel art more than almost anything else in the NFT space right now.
do you have any examples of pixel art that you've worked on that you want to share?
I don't yet because I'm still so early in the learning
Okay,
phase.
okay,
I
cool.
have
Yeah,
stuff that's like almost ready, but not
yeah,
quite ready to
yeah,
share
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
So
So, oh
I will
man,
say though, I plan on starting another giveaway tonight. I plan on keeping it going until Monday around 11 a.m. Central Time, and I'll be giving away one of the Megaponts. Uh, what's it called? The
that's
space,
okay.
the Megapont Space album. Yeah,
I'm in a pretty good
I'll be giving away
headspace
one of those.
myself, so cheers. Friday night, nobody judge me.
I was thinking Megapont Steady Lads. Yeah, the MSA album.
Steady
I'm
lads,
giving away one of
gotcha.
those guys.
Cool. That's awesome, dude. You're killing it on the Twitters, man. I've been really enjoying the content that I've been seeing from you, and I'm excited to hear more from you and see how, because I'm witnessing Twitter and Web3 and everything grab me for the first time, and to watch somebody who's like really better at this kind of naturally better at this kind of stuff than I am, do the same thing and like start to get hooked and go down that rabbit hole is that's been a lot of fun.
I
Um,
don't know if I can agree with the better than you at it, but definitely can agree with the hooked aspect. I'm fully committed to this right now. Most of my
well,
free time is going into this space.
the giveaways and stuff, all of that stuff that you're doing is awesome. That's the stuff that I'm not great at is that the promotional giveaways is just I have so
Yeah, I
much
mean,
going on because my whole entry into this is just kind of a matter of becoming more of a uh, producer instead of a consumer. That's where a lot of this
right.
started. Is like John was kind of at me about that's Purposeway 22. John was on me about making some NFTs with some like weird Photoshop images that I had sent him, and I was like, okay, like I'm just kind of screwing around in Photoshop. I don't know if I need to like do an NFT project. um, but then I just got up a little collection because one day I was feeling shitty and was like, okay, I need to just do something and complete it. and I knew that I could do that. So I sat down and I did it and I completed it and it felt great. I minted it out, and that was the Styled Pigeon collection. It was like it's it was a practice in being like, no, you know what? Let's make some art and like express something, and then maybe somebody else will enjoy that as well. That's
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
have you seen the Sigil articles that I put up?
I haven't really delved into it. My next two things that I really need to spend time committing to are around the X and Sigil, and those are on my to-do list. I just haven't had the time to really get into it.
Okay, word. So here, well, it's showing on the live stream. I have been making these book summaries. So in the vein of the Warrior Pigeons, I've been
Yeah.
making these book summaries and putting them on Sigil so that people can get an idea of what the NFTs are kind of about. And one of them's the one that I gave John for Christmas as the Book of Five Rings, and I wrote my own little like overall summary and then used Chat GPT to like expound on it and add some things, and then I'd edit it again. Um, and it's actually it turned out to be a really good summary of the book itself. Obviously, it's not like the book. Uh, the book's definitely a better source of information, but uh, these summaries are actually pretty cool. I also did Hagakure, which is the Book of the Samurai by
Okay.
Yamamoto Tsunetomo. So that's actually
Yeah.
early 18th century. So that's a good bit after um, Miyamoto Musashi. So I've got
Yeah.
three more that I'm gonna release that are all like in this same vein, like canonical Japanese warrior texts to go along with the NFTs.
Yeah, that is so cool, dude. I Chat GPT, I definitely tried it out briefly, but that's one thing that I definitely need to get more into. I just had so much fun with Midjourney. It distracted me a lot from delving into Chat GPT as much as I should have, but definitely one that I'm going to spend some more time on.
You definitely should. You definitely should. Right now, well, one of the things that Chat GPT inspired for me, and this is kind of the crux, in my opinion, of the whole AI controversy over like, is it going to kill everybody's jobs or is it going to make things better? Um, Things like Chat GPT and Midjourney amplify my ability to be creative, but like tenfold
Yeah,
because
no, I
they
think that
just
that's exact.
facilitate the process so well.
Yeah, they force you to be able to come up with these insanely creative thoughts, and it's hard to when you have access to something like that, it keeps the thoughts flowing so easily for me. And people will say the same thing as or they say like things along the lines of using these AI are like dumbing you down in terms of imagination, but I think the exact opposite, honestly. It
Yeah,
really inspires me to be thinking about stuff like all the time that I can just be putting into this combinations of this and that I never would have come up with on my own. But just having the ability to know that I can create that, it brings up so many new ideas for me.
yeah, exactly. And so I have something called aphantasia, which means I can't like picture things in my mind. Um, and I've always been a person that wanted to like create cool and interesting things. And it took me a really long time to figure out like why I couldn't draw very well. Like I would hear people who were my peers be like, "Well, just like think of what you want to draw and then try to make that happen on the paper," essentially, right? And like my brain just doesn't actually picture things. So I never
Yeah.
understood why I couldn't do that. And it's possible after like years and years of practice to get better at visual art, like classical visual art, even though you have aphantasia. However, it is a long and arduous process, and Midjourney kind of allowed me to just tap that visual creativity that I have, and that's why I'm so excited about it. Is it
Yeah.
allows me to like package my ideas in art, uh, so that I can actually be creative, like doing the AI powered videos with the stories and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I was loving those. Those are great, man.
So I've got a bunch more of that coming. I don't know when I'm going to do that yet because all of this is happening kind of simultaneously. So I've got a lot of what do you call that? lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. Um,
Right on.
but I'm excited about all of it. All right, everybody, we got 2 minutes to bid. If you're in the party, if you're number 5 or number 6, get on it. You know what you're doing wrong. You know what you're doing to everybody. Don't mess around. But I respect you for not doing that and watching the live stream as like instead, if that's the case. Okay, so I think that before we jump off, um, we should make a mid-journey composition together.
Okay.
So we can. I think that maybe one of us does a prompt and the other selects an image to input, and we do that blindly and figure out uh and we'll just slap them together and see what it gives us.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do the image if you want to work on the prompt. Let me find a good
Okay,
image here.
cool. Cool. All
Would
right.
you prefer this to be an NFT related image or anything? Or just like specifically Midjourney created?
It doesn't even have to be mid-journey created. It can be any image you want. Um
Okay.
any image you want. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go with I'm just kind of narrating the text right now. Um okay.
All right. I have an image coming up for you in Discord.
Okay. I'm not looking at it intentionally for a second because I want to get the prompt all the way finished first.
Right on.
I can't spell either, so I apologize to anybody who's having to watch me. Oh, maybe I did spell it right. Okay. Um, let me make sure that I've got this name correct. I think this is his name, but it's been a while since I looked into his art. Nope, that is a different person. Oh gosh. Okay, that's okay. I can do it different. I'm gonna throw it a loop. Okay, cool. Um, and we're gonna do actually. Okay. Uh, we're also gonna put in here. I think that that's how you do that prompt. Hey, when you do a style prompt, you do dash dash S and then the number. Do you know if there's a space in between the S and the number?
I want to say there is, but I'm not 100% on
Okay,
that.
I
It's been
want
a
to say
very
there
long
is
time
too.
since it's been a long time since I've used a style prompt. I know that when you're using the aspect ratio prompts,
Ooh.
there is a space.
Okay, cool. All right, so copy link. Wow, look at that, guys. Look at what Biscuit got for us. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so this could go one of two ways right now.
I wasn't really
Okay.
sure. I didn't want to really say up front that mine was like more of a background image. I just kind of wanted to see what you throw out there.
No. This is good because the prompt reads. So I've got your image link in there, right? Comma space. Character design, desert cloak, vibing, psychedelic, style of Yu Yu Hakusho. Um,
Uh,
do you know who Yu Yu Hakusho is? Are you familiar with this
I'm
show?
I'm not. Oh, with Mob Psycho? Yeah.
No. It's not Mob Psycho. Yu Yu Hakusho is the other show that I was
Oh,
telling you about.
sorry.
It's more like classic,
I'm
but I need
My
to
bad.
watch
I'm
Mob
watching the live
Psycho.
stream and I'm watching the live stream and I'm a few seconds behind on the live stream, so I'm seeing you look at Mob Psycho stuff right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. I'm gonna hit enter. Ready, everybody? Boom. All right. We're gonna wait on that to do its thing. I'm gonna jump over to Neoswap real quick. And no trade was found.
Yeah, that's what I just got as well.
Uh, okay, cool. Sometimes I guess that happens. But you know what we did get going is some really interesting AI images, and that's really what's important.
Oh yeah, I'm freaking hyped for that.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. Dude, these some of these are gonna be sick. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay. I could do this all night.
I know, man. When I go to work, sometimes we have free moments, or whenever we go on breaks, I'll get my coworkers in, and they're all familiar with Midjourney now that I've been subscribed and using it regularly, and we'll just spend like 30 minutes, an hour, all my coworkers just coming up with the most whack stuff that they can. It honestly stimulates my creativity seeing what they are thinking about because it really expands like everything that I'm thinking about when they come up with something like completely whack that I would never would have thought about myself. I'm like, dang, that's a good idea. I do have a friend that's like amazingly like in fashion inclined. So I want to definitely do a collab with him and get some shoes or something going.
Oh, that would
I
be
think I sent you
awesome.
a couple over Discord. The jacket actually
Yeah,
was that was a combination of one of our ideas together.
the jacket. Do you
With
mind if I
the
look at
with
it
the
live?
yeah, let me see if I can send that over Discord as well. This was probably one of my favorite Midjourney
Oh yeah, yeah.
creations.
I've got it. I've got it right here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, my
sick,
favorite
dude.
Midjourney creation in terms of like clothing or whatever. I think that I would pay like high dollars honestly if I could get that and order it.
That's so cool. I want one too. I like the ocean waves on the shoes too. The ocean waves and
Yeah,
the
dude.
clouds.
The matching jacket with the shoes. Ooh, that's some drip.
Yeah, those are sick. That's awesome. Okay, how we doing mid journey? We going a little slow now? Okay, cool. So I'll just actually wait and I'll post those photos in their full, beautiful, high resolution on Twitter later on. And so you guys go follow at StyledPigeon on Twitter so you can check those out. And also follow Biscuit underscore Monger. And we'll see if we can maybe get this trade thing sorted out. And like and subscribe and all that stuff. Good talking to you, Biscuit.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, peace.